What's up, guys? It's that time, Friday, 8 p.m., the Big Blue Power Hour. What we say? Winning in. Let's go. We got some things to talk about. I'm Ev.
Up, Danny.
It's the Big Blue Power Hour. Stacy could not be with us tonight, but she is just ecstatic as we are to get this postseason underway. But we're going to recap this meaningless game first against this Eagles team who struggled with second stringers all game. And I just want to say one thing. Big play Slay literally gave up a touchdown to Kenny fucking Galladay. And then he talking, oh man, it was like the worst thing ever. It was the worst coverage. Oh God. It's just and all the people to give it up to, you give it up to Galladay. You give him his first touchdown in 2.5 years.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Galladay. I mean, it was a hell of a catch. It's about time he did something. Let's hope he could do something else in the playoffs, but I don't know. But yeah, but for us, it was meaningless. For the Eagles, it meant the number one seed. But you could tell, like once the Eagles got in the lead, they kind of took their foot off the gas pedal. But for us, it meant nothing. And I think it was smart to rest everybody. You got Jared Davis some playing time. I thought he played well.
Cordell Flott too also.
Cordell Flott has played well and improved over the season for sure. He was a question mark, but I think he's been solid. I think that experience, with Jackson being out, really helped. But you know, I really didn't care much about this game because it didn't change our seed or nothing. It would have been nice to beat a rival. I thought the defense hung in there for not having any starters in. Pretty much, I thought they played well, but the Eagles didn't go full tilt. Jalen Hurts kind of wasn't running like he usually does.
I don't think he will be either. Coming from reports from them, and because I got people who are close to that organization, he was looking a little hurt, throwing the ball, and it looks like he's not fully healed on that shoulder. So I'm wondering if they're not, telling us anything that's, they're not telling us the truth about what's wrong with his shoulder. But bringing it back to our Giants, Davis Webb played like Davis Webb was going to play. The fact that they came within one score is really embarrassing for the Eagles. It was a one-score game going into the last minute or so.
Mm-hmm.
But what surprised me was I expected this game to be a blowout.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it to be a blowout to the point where, oh, wow, the Eagles are just not running away. At no point in this game did I feel they ran away with this game.
No.
Especially with all their starters in. I thought it was a good move by Daboll to dress Danny Jones, and because he said he was starting all of his players, and then at the last second he didn't start any of them. And I was like, yeah, that's a good thing. Make them prepare for Jones, and then throw Davis Webb in there. We all thought Tyrod was going to take it. I'm thinking they're letting Tyrod rest because, just in case something does happen to Jones, they still have a healthy Tyrod. Davis Webb can back up Tyrod. But
absolutely.
They played this game good. Breida was good at running the ball. I liked him and Brightwell, so Brightwell was doing well. So I thought, the running game, they got it was a much needed experience for everybody in that second and third string that have been playing their ass off the last few weeks. They've been playing very well.
Yeah, that's right there. I think that I know it's been rough, rough for the Giants. If it wasn't for a couple of mistakes in a couple of games, they probably have 2 more wins. They probably have 11 wins instead of 9. Like the Vikings game, like the first, Minnesota game.
One of the Cowboys games,
not
I
the
feel we would have won too.
The Seattle game. So there are like 2 or 3 games that slipped away from them. But I thought they play well. It was nice to see them at least play well. I know the Eagles. I know Hurts isn't exactly healthy, and those injuries take a while to heal. But I thought they hung in there, and I had a feeling it was going to be like 10 points or less. I didn't think they were going to blow us out. Now, if they would have been fully healthy and Hurts would have been his normal self, maybe it would have been a little different because he pushes it a little more when he's fully healthy.
We named 205 boys says, "What's up, gentlemen? Just got back from the barbershop. Got a new do. Yes. I honored my bet, and here's the reveal. I'll give the reveal. I honored my bet, and no, it's not the shine. It's my light behind it. I paid off my debt to the 215 boys. I did, in fact, try to donate the hair. Unfortunately, it was too short to donate. Instead, I made a cash donation to Locks of Love, a charity organization of $50 in my name, and we did 205 Boys' name for them. So I did honor my bet. I'm a man of my word. I've always been a man of my word, and well, hopefully for next year we get some revenge.
Yeah, right.
You
Get
know,
something good.
yeah, oh, yeah. I might make a bet like halfway through the game if we're up by 20. But yeah, I'm not gonna. I need to cut my hair anyway, so it was a good thing to do. But respect to you guys also. You guys have been real champs about it. Never let me forget it. I'm guaranteed you took a picture of that, and that will pop up next year too. So, like I said, man, it's been it was a fun bet, and I'm glad I did it for you guys. Even if I won or lost, I did it for these fans on this network. I did it for to be entertaining. You know, I do it for the fans. That's why I do it. You know, it's not about. I don't mind cutting my hair. I don't mind making funny bets that you guys can track on through the season. It gives you a reason to come back and give me grief for it. You know.
At least it wasn't a tattoo or something like
Oh, let's not give Paul any ideas.
that. I don't think you would agree to one like that. I wouldn't never agree to a bet like that.
I don't know. I kind of have to get one up on that one. Might have to get like LT for life. You know, might have to give him
Yeah.
for him. If not, he'll put a big 22 on my shoulder or something.
Maybe
We don't know
56
yet.
right on his chest or his back.
Or just get Eli tatted on his neck. But no, getting back into this Eagles game. Like I said, just going into it, we knew they had the rest of starters. Because you know why? Coming up in this Viking game, we have nobody on the injury report.
About time, finally. It's the first
Nobody.
time like all season.
And I'll give you what I'm really hopeful for next when we get into that category. But, you know, this season, I know we've talked about it last year. Oh, yeah, last week. You know, we're getting a little bit short of a game about Danny's contract. And there were some reports that went out that were false. That he wanted $45 million a year, 140 guaranteed, or some shit like that.
I thought 4 years, 160.
Yeah, it was a
Something
bullshit.
like that.
It was a bullshit.
But
Thing. Out of Box Score says Out of Box Score is awesome. We donated $100 to the Hamlin charity, to Mark Hamlin, and 80 to suicide awareness, and Evan as well for Locks of Love. Yes, we did donate that from our fantasy football that we do. Um, it's just we like to give back to our community. It's all about family here, and that's what we are, family. You guys are extension of our family, and we
yep.
thank you guys for that. Cowboy
I,
Dave.
yeah, I just want to say, it's good to see DeMar Hamlin doing well. It's
Yeah,
good to see him
it's
doing much better. Just a quick point I wanted to make.
yeah. Well, going like Danny's contract, I seen some they were talking about it. Danny did not. His agent did not ask for $160 million guaranteed. That was a false rumor. There's this account called Wes Steinberg, and he is
Oh
a
yeah,
troll. He is a troll account. I'm you're not the only ones that fallen for it. I have fallen for it myself. It looks pretty legit, but it's a fake troll account. Odell has signed like 8 times on that account.
yep.
Danny Jones has been cut about 4 times on that account. So it's a lot of BS coming from that account. But the biggest one was he put out that his agent demanded 164 years guaranteed. I think, or 100 million guaranteed, something like that. It was not true. So I was wanted to clear that up before we get really into it. But once again, I'm gonna get into the hypotheticals here. What does Danny get if he gets past Minnesota, opposed to if he doesn't?
Money, year per year or overall years wise.
Whatever you think's best. Because
I think it,
if we
I think it's
franchise him,
going to
it's
be
45.
yeah, and they only have 50. They'll have like just under 60 in cap space. So I don't know if you want to do that. If you're going to commit to him, commit to him. Don't half-ass it. Don't try and sign him for a year. If you're going to do that, you might as well let him go somewhere else. You know what I mean? And who knows? He can get an offer from somebody else. It would not surprise me, especially if he plays well in this game, win or lose. So if I'm signing him 3 or 4 years. He's going to get at least 20 million per minimum. That's like
Yeah.
low for a quarterback now. It's going
Yeah.
to be 20 to 25 million a year at
But does he
least.
accept 20 minutes? Like, think about it. The way he's played this year, and if say we do end up having him for 1 or 2 more years, and he
Mhm.
plays the same way, I can see somebody like the Jets or Tampa going and offering him a contract.
Yeah,
Who's ever really been one and done besides Jamarcus Russell and maybe Zach Wilson?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
with
Paul, I agree. I said 75 million, 3 years, 75 million. It'll be 25 million a year, but give him a bunch of bonuses that are incentive based.
yeah, touchdown incentives, yards incentives,
Because the
that type,
max
complete
touchdowns he's
that
ever
type
had
of
was
stuff.
26, 27 in a year.
We had 24 passing and like 4 or 5 rushing. His
Yeah.
almost 30, I think.
Give him 1 more year with the system with a competent, healthy wide receiver core. Also, I know Bellinger is a good, solid. Everyone else says, "Hey guys, can we expect a big game from Saquon this Sunday?" I think so, and I
I
think
think
they're gonna
so.
give. I think they're gonna give Breida some snaps too. Minnesota ranks like 28th in run defense. They're
Yep. Their pass
horrible.
defense is not good either. They give up a lot
Yeah,
of yards, and that's good opportunities for the Giants. Just take advantage of it.
like the only two people I really like on Minnesota's defense is Kendricks and uh of course Harrison Smith. These just two stud people. Pop says, "What's up, Danny? What's up, kid? Hey, man. What's up, Joey,
What's
man?" But
up, mate?
yeah, we'll just get into like you said with his contract this year. There's no way you can even give him close to $30 million a year. I can't
No,
see it.
I
I
think it could
can't.
be in between. I think it could be 25.
Yeah,
I think 3 at 75, 3 at 60, 4 at 100 is like in that range. I don't think it's going to be a
yeah.
1 year or 2 year deal, to be honest. Um, but if he's able to play really well in the playoffs and win his first playoff game, I think that's for him. That's impressive. Yeah, I know his stats haven't been all worldly, but I think he's earned a contract.
Now,
He's
if he does play well, say he plays really well, and they win with a last second field goal again, God forbid, knocking on wood.
could go that way.
You know, just somebody steal him out from under us.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. There are teams that are desperate,
Paul,
desperate for
I
a
agree.
quarterback.
I agree. Well, you cannot franchise tag him for
No,
$38 million a year.
absolutely. You can. You can. If they had like $100 million of cap space, I wouldn't really care as much. But you can't do that. If he had like 4,500 yards and like 35 passing touchdowns, then yeah,
I wanted to shave
then
my head.
then yeah, yeah. But I think he's done everything that's asked of him. He's played efficient. He's played extremely responsible.
And it's
He
his first
hasn't
year in the
had
system.
Yeah, he hasn't had those really bad throws you saw the first 3 years. Like he had some really horrible, like I'm talking horrible decisions.
Horrible reads. But I
Like
think one thing
this,
that's gotten a lot
yeah,
better year after year after year, his deep ball is top five in the league.
if you use it,
Like if you have somebody who can like literally get open in that field, oh my God, he can hit you in stride.
well,
He's
he's good
got the
like
arm
that.
talent.
Yeah,
And what I see is morphing into him is what Josh Allen was. And I know it's a typical thing to say. All right, let's see this one thing. Paul Spencer says, let's talk early exit this year. Lamar Jackson, but he's going to demand 35, 40 million long term.
obviously
Is that an
wants that.
option? Yes, it's an option. And I'll say why. 35,
Maybe
40 million to him, and you keep Saquon, and you're able to draft a good wide receiver. Then you're talking. Well, Lamar is the type of person that's going to bring more people to the Giants. Daniel Jones does not have that ability yet. Even though he does play well, there's nobody barking to come to the Giants and play with him. Look what he did with the average receiver on it, age wise was 32 years old. They gave him a 40-year-old Deshaun Jackson and Sammy Watkins. The
that's not
average
very good.
the average age was like 30, like four of his wide receivers, and he did 35 touchdowns and 4,000 passing yards, and that's with a spotty offense. Our defense are about the same.
Yeah, I have a concern with him though. His health. The
Yeah,
last couple of years, he can't stay healthy. He's been out half the
but
season,
he
two
can
seasons in a
move though.
row.
That's like
Oh,
yeah,
I agree. But if I'm signing him for that much and he gets hurt, he's out half the year. What is that? How does that help the Giants? You know what I'm saying? That's my only concern with Lamar Jackson. That's like. Let's see. I think you keep DJ under Dable's system, build the team through free agency and draft. Lamar has missed many games. Paul says.
well,
That's what
yeah,
I
I can
think.
see it. But like I said, I can see it going both ways. Do I think he'll flourish under Dable's system? Yeah, I
Yeah.
guarantee. I really do. I think Dable's one of those coaches where he gets the best out of everybody. And think about it. If we get Lamar Jackson, he's maybe one, maybe number two in our division. Like
I don't
maybe
think it'd be
Hurts
a
is
bad
better than
move.
him sometimes. Maybe we don't know. We'll see how Hurts plays in the playoffs. But he's definitely better than Dak. He's definitely better than Sam Howell at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about if he does come, cool. But if he doesn't, there's also a plethora of quarterbacks coming out within the next 2-3 years.
Yep.
It's just this is not the year to get rid of him. It's a really bad year to get rid of him because there's nobody coming to free agency that is worth it. Aaron Rodgers, I don't want. I don't want old ass Tom Brady.
I don't want
I
Derek
don't want.
Carr.
I don't want Derek Carr, which is surprised to be up there, and I don't want Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, I agree with Ken. With Wink being this good on this defense and letting him, this is a defense he took over, mind you. Let him get some of his pieces. I don't care if we win 20-13 or 24-17. I don't mind that. As long as the ball's in our
Yeah.
hands when we finish the game, cool.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I agree with that. I think the smarter play is to keep Jones and keep building your roster. Get a real good wide receiver, get a really good stud linebacker, get another good cornerback, more interior offensive linemen, and if you solve the trenches, you solve all that. No matter what quarterback you bring in here, if it's not DJ in a few years, you have it set for the next quarterback to come in. And
Yeah.
I think I would like to see DJ a second year in this offense with a much more talented wide receiving core and a better interior line. I think he could have 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Now, do
Which
you
he
keep
needs.
Slayton? Because when the ball was down and we had nobody,
Yeah,
I can say he stepped it up and he put up. Him and Isaiah
I
Hodgins are the only two I'd keep.
I'm keeping Slayton without a doubt because Slayton's been like the only like go-to guy, and in a lot of these games here, he's been one of the guys that's contributed a lot. You
Paul
know,
Spencer says, "What's DJ Trey's value? Teams are looking for a quarterback: Jets, Panthers, Texans, Colts, Raiders. I don't see him going to any of those teams and being successful. Maybe the Raiders, maybe, but do they want Daniel Jones?
maybe the
That's the
Colts. I
key.
don't think it'd be good with the Colts.
Oh man,
They
if
just
he
had a
joins
they
that
just had a
Paris,
bad year.
dude, you see Quentin Nelson getting run over every week. Yeah, that's a bad year.
Like
I've never
they're
seen a
just bad
lineman
overall.
that studded have a bad season like that.
I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, like I said, I think TJ's earned a contract, and I think Shane and Dable are thinking the same thing. Um, and his confidence just seems pretty high right now. I don't know. I don't know if it's that they've played a couple of bad defenses in a row, but their offense looks much better. They're much. They look much smoother on offense, more balanced.
Well,
Uh,
people tend to
like they
like
know what they
see
want to do.
what I hate about this league is when a team is us has been banned for so long, and I admit we've been horrible the last pretty much 10 years. We haven't really shown much. When you start to show be good, and then you have a little bit of a dip in a season, it's automatically they were just pretenders. No, we were a serious threat. Our team played well, molded well. We hit one of the biggest injury bugs of this league.
Again,
And I'm glad we hit it when we hit it because the why we were able to tailspin and recover, into the postseason, and now everybody's healthy. Look at the Dolphins. The Dolphins played, and now
oh
this
man,
is his third concussion in 3 months.
bad news for them.
Lamar, he's out. The Bengals are banged up on the offensive line.
Lamar's been out forever.
Lane Johnson may not
Forever.
play. And no offense, and whoever it is that plays the Eagles, if Lane Johnson does not play, your track record shows you do not play well without him.
Good thing they have the extra week for them.
Exactly. Cowboys have been cowboying.
Better time.
Tom Brady, this is the worst he's looked in years. They have no run game.
That's the problem for them.
Gino, they've been just back and forth bad.
They were good, and they fell off.
Yeah, so we hit our stride. We hit ours, got injured, healed up. Like I said, if we were healed during that time, we'd take one of those Dallas games. Not only that, we take that Detroit game, I think.
The Minnesota game, the Seattle
game, Seattle game.
The other Washington game.
Seattle was hot, though. I said that could have been a bad game, but Detroit, I said was the trap game. But I think we take both of those Washington games also.
Washington, Minnesota, and I think if they played mistake-free versus Seattle, I think they might have pulled that one out.
Maybe. That way I could see going back and forth. But we could have easily been 11-6, 12-5.
Yeah.
Easily. And I see that. And I'm like, I'm hopeful. This was best case scenario, and they came out with this. I'm proud of my boys. This is how it is. I really am. And DJ, what I'm seeing is when Bellinger's on the field, when Saquon's on the field, and he has one or two receivers, he can get the job done.
Yeah.
And then his red zone presence, he comes away with something.
They're people like in the NFL in the red zone offensively, top 10 this year.
He comes away with a field goal, something, and then games he was losing last year by one possession. You're like, man, we would have scored on just maybe two of those. It would have been a closer game. That way, we don't have to go for the touchdown to tie it. Like, now we're getting to the point where we can get it to the point where, go. Out of box sports, poll time, Daniel Jones contract long term. Hit the heart button to trade him. Thumbs up. Oh, I'm sorry, heart button to contract long term. Hit the thumbs up to trade him. I don't know. It can go either way.
I don't think he has much value to trade. What are you getting back for that? And then who's replacing him? If it's not Jackson, who's replacing him? They better, Shane better have a good plan if they plan on not keeping Jones. Like that, he better. Oh, I agree with that. We lost by what? 8 points the second game.
And like 6 the first.
Oh, no, I think it was like 20, 26, 13 or something like that 16. The first game. Something like that.
So like 10. I think we take one of those Cowboys games. I really do. And I dislike the Cowboys, but there's one Cowboy I cannot stand, and that's DeMarcus Lawrence. I hate DeMarcus Lawrence with a passion.
He always kills us. Like for some reason he'll do nothing forever and then kill us.
I'll say it what I said before. He waits until there's a rookie offensive lineman, and then he goes off. If there's a fucking veteran in the league, he does not do shit against them. He fucking takes advantage of rookie O-linemen, which is good. It's fine, dude. You're good. Okay, I get that. But he's just an arrogant piece of shit. I don't like him. That's the one dude, like, if I ever seen him, I'd be like, you're a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck how big he is. Like I would drive to Dallas to shit on his lawn. I do not like him.
You have to get that on video.
Yeah, I'm not going to incriminate myself. Winner 205 says, nah, Mike, that hair was gone. Dan Jones needs another 5 games this season for his CD prediction.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I could have put the postseason in with that.
What did you say? Was it total touchdowns or passing touchdowns?
Total.
So what has he got? 17, 22, 23 total, something like that?
Yeah, it's like 23, 24 total.
Something like
but
that.
If we count the postseason, maybe he goes on a run. Maybe Paul shaves his head at the end of it. We don't know.
It's like 5 touchdowns and like another 3 in the next game if he wants to do that.
Hey, if he gets over 30, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But with this, I want to see Speaking of, for a $10 bet, the Giants are plus 550, I believe, or 5,500. So if you bet $10, you get $5,000 back or 500 back.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I haven't actually really done any of those parlors or nothing, but it's not a bad idea. Um, if you spend a little, low risk, high reward. You know what I'm saying? So so definitely. No,
Rob Hefner says Derek Carr's a Giant. No,
no,
I'm
no,
good.
thank you. Nope, nope,
I do not want him. No.
nope. Absolutely
Uh,
not.
we did 205 boys 35 over 23.
Say
Next season, tattoo. You heard it first. I'm talking Jerry Jones photo. Ah, you know what? I can't do a tattoo. Yeah, unfair bet. Paul's got like 3 hairs on his head. Yeah, I didn't know that. He didn't post a picture. He looks like Mao Zedong, the leader from China from back in the day. He's got like the whole bowl cut
Yeah,
around the rim
yeah.
hair. I was like, I didn't even know you didn't have hair. That's not even fair. Give me one sec.
Yeah, but actually, talking about DJ, like we said, I think he's earned a contract. Um, I think the best idea is to keep him, and let's see what happens in the offseason.
Yeah, I agree. Bringing into this next game, Vikings. We're gonna talk about this for a while because
Hmm.
this is the one game where everybody's picking us to win, and I don't like it. I
I
don't
don't
like it at
like it
all.
either. I don't like
I
that
don't
either.
like it
I'd
any.
rather
I don't like it at all.
everyone pick against us.
Yes. Because right now I can't. Oh man, being the favorites just doesn't feel right
I know,
going
right?
into the playoffs. But I think what it is the Vikings are showing up weak, and they're the like it looks like the 11-0 Steelers. That's what it's reminding me of a few years ago when they were 11 and
Hmm.
0.
Yep.
Everybody's like, this team does not deserve to be 11 and 0, and they don't. They really,
Yeah,
really don't. And I'm just like,
yeah, 11 one possession games for the Vikings. So
yeah,
those games could have went either way. One play here or there, one it could have went I just like versus us. It took them a 61-yard field goal to beat us the first time. And I
Ken
think
Fry.
that's see
Do you think the Giants will add a wide receiver through the free agency or draft?
both.
I think they're gonna go after a tight end. There's like 4 or 5 great tight ends coming out, and
Yeah,
I
I
think
wouldn't
all the
mind
first
that.
round receivers will be done by the time we get there. So that's what Giants should trade for Zach Wilson. No, they shouldn't.
No
No
way.
way. Though I'd trade for him for as a backup. I give him like a 6th round pick for a backup.
I'll give you Davis Webb.
Yeah. Paul says I got more hair on my head than you 10 years you're elder. Oh Mike. My dad no. See, you got the bowl cut missing. My dad just got the yarmulke spot missing. So he's got the little yarmulke spot. What was that, Ken? You put that back up.
Of
Big
course.
or no, do we see another Galladay site on Monday? I hope
I hope
so.
use him in the red zone. Use him in the red zone. That's where I would use him.
Just
Not
jump
like
ball him.
if
Just
he
don't put him
can't
on Harrison Smith.
if he can't get separation and run great routes, use him in the red zone. Throw it high, have him jump and go get it. Do you think Slade's the number one? I would
No.
say he's not a true number one, but for the Giants, he is. For
He's
the
not true
Giants, he
number one.
is.
But
Not on other teams. On
if we
this
get
team, now, yes.
if he gets a true number one receiver, you know how much damage he would do in the slot?
He'd be open a lot
Wide open.
because you have to pay attention to the other guy. If we had a guy like Justin Jefferson, or a guy like Jamar Chase, or a guy like Lamb, or a guy like Metcalf, you gotta like double those players, so it leaves other guys open. That's another thing. That's another thing is that if you shut Slayton down, that's why Hodgins and James stepping up has been huge for the Giants.
Yeah,
It
but
has
Richie
been
James hasn't
spectacular.
worked out. He
No,
has some good moments, but he's done cost us a couple games also. Paulson says Michael Mayer at end this year or next year. Next year, why? Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin
Oh
Harrison
my
Jr. would be
god!
a hell of a pick, or a Jigba,
But
one or the other.
we would have to
I'd
pull
take
off
him.
something like the Eagles, where we trade with a team and then they do horrible and we still have the number 1 pick. The Eagles got a top like 10 picks still because of the
Yeah.
Saints. And then
Yep.
you have who has the who else? I think Seattle in the playoffs and they have a number 3 pick or number 4 pick. I'm like, yeah. Like imagine we do the same thing with Saquon that we do with with Odell.
Odell.
Sign him and then trade him. That's like a month later, and get like 2 firsts for him. I'd do it. I'd
I
do
don't
it in a
see Shane
heartbeat.
doing that to me. I don't think you see him signing him and trading him. I see him if he's going to do it, he would just trade him.
Yeah, but man, we don't. You gotta sign him, especially if you get on a really good deal. Man, you know how many teams would eat that pick up? Oh my god! And I'd send
Oh,
him to like
yeah.
the Browns or something. Oh, not the Browns. Get out first round. I'd send him to like somewhere I know they're gonna be bad for like the next 10 years, like the Saints. Like I'd send him to the Saints for the next like 10 years, or send him to like the Panthers or something. That has a set. What do you mean?
Detroit has 6.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, Detroit's at 6th.
At 6. Seattle 5 plus their own this year. Jesus Christ!
So they'll be 5 and like 22, 20 something maybe high teens.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because 7 teams make it to the playoffs. So you're talking about 7 and 7.
Well, 14 teams go.
No, 14. Yeah. So you're talking about
You gotta take all their
16. The worst teams get the 16th pick. That's unheard of.
Yeah, like they set themselves up draft wise really well, and trading Wilson worked out wonders for them.
Oh so, man, he's
it was actually smart. It was very smart for them to do that.
But like I said, this game, oh man, we are the favorites or the media favorites going in. I think the Minnesota is still, I think Colin Cowherd, he started off with, I like the Giants. I like him a lot. And then now he's backpedaling. He's like, oh, stick to the line says that, the Vikings are the favorite. Why? Because everybody got behind the Giants. Don't bet on us. Please don't. Do not bet on us. Because when everybody bets on us, that's when Danny Jones does not do well.
Yeah, right? Seattle
that way for 2 years, then the second rounders start for 2 years. Yeah. Dude, I don't know if they keep Geno or not. Or trade him back to the Jets. Because they had the pick. They can go get, Stroud. Or they can go get, whoever else is coming out. What was the dude from Alabama?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. They'll have a quarterback. And I can see Bryce Young starting in a Seahawks uniform. I can definitely see that.
The UNC kid is going to be there.
Caleb Williams, he declared for the draft.
Williams. So there'll be some options there for some teams.
I thought Williams was staying.
I thought I read that Stroud was, but Williams might stay. It might do him some good.
I heard Stroud hasn't went for the draft yet. He hasn't declared.
No.
But yeah, with this card coming, oh man, this week I'm gonna be glued to my TV with the Vikings. How do you? Oh, I can't say how you see this game going. Yeah, he's a sophomore. I thought as long as he's 3 years removed from high school. So has he not have a redshirt season?
I don't know.
Because if he had a redshirt season, that counts towards being 3 years removed from high school. So, but yeah, with this game coming back, man, I'm glad we got to play them now, like 2 weeks ago, because I think even going back to their house, it's a dome. I don't think he makes that kick without the dome. Oh wow, okay, so yeah, he's a true sophomore. Okay,
he'll definitely be going back. Yep.
Yeah, he'll definitely be going back till next year, so he'll be in next year's draft. But yeah, I like that we have experience against them. I want to see CJ, he's better than Stroud and Young. Maybe Stroud because Stroud's an Ohio State quarterback, but Young, no.
Young will be a rookie. Gino's not. I think that's what he's basing it on.
But Gino has one good year
Experience.
out of like
Oh, I know.
13.
I also don't know how good Young's going to be or not.
I'd
He's
rather
got
take a chance on the
talent.
younger guy.
Yeah, he got talent for sure. But I don't
Oof.
know what he's going to be in the NFL. Maybe like
But
Hurts.
nah, I see him more as like a Lamar, just with a better arm. Cause he's thin, like he's a thin guy.
Yeah.
He's a real thin guy. But what I said, getting experience against them and that defense really, really helped us out. Like I said, I don't think he makes it. That 61-yarder outside, he doesn't make that. I really
Not
don't think
Giants.
so.
Not in MetLife. It's in MetLife now.
So what I think they have to do is really stop their passing game. And like I said, this is the first game we're gonna have Ojolari, Thibodeau, Big Cat, Dexter Lawrence, Jahad Ward, Adoree Jackson, Xavier
Kenny.
McKinney.
Yep.
So this is going to be a real defense.
And then adding Collins.
Yeah,
I don't know if he might have played in that game. I think he did.
he did. He got
and then
fumble.
also Gerard Davis will probably get more playing time.
Yeah. Young is a project. All QBs are projects coming out. Young doesn't run compared to even close to Jalen.
That's true.
Yeah, but Jalen didn't have a accuracy coming out either, and now he's a lot more accurate with the ball.
Yeah, but Jalen Hurts has a good arm. I think he's a better athlete. But anytime a rookie comes in, like Paul said, there's a learning curve always. And the question is, what's it going to be for Stroud or Young? It could be something different. It could be reading, making reads. It could just be working on his actual skill, footwork, and all that kind of stuff. So, but about this Vikings game is, I think the key is to get to Kirk Cousins, and I would like to see the Giants be a little more balanced on offense. Oh,
yeah. Somebody woke up.
Guy. It's a little
hold
guy.
on for a minute, but yeah, I agree. I give them the more snaps. So I think putting Landon Collins at linebacker this game and having him cut back and cover Hawkinson, I think would be the best thing for them because he can cover Hawkinson, and I think he'll cover him well. That leaves Jahad Ward to watch out for Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, Paul had a comment about being 170 pounds soaking wet. Yeah, you got to put on some pounds. You got to be like at least 200, above 200 or so, 210, 220 to be a good runner in the NFL. You can't be like 190 pounds like Michael Vick was.
Well, that was the thing about Devontae Smith too. And he hasn't really been injured either.
It's been good.
So I can't, Devontae Smith is a stick. I really didn't want him because of that either. Dalton Schultz will not be a Cowboy next year either. Thoughts? Does he fit? Does he fit with our offense? I like that tight end from Georgia. That dude is huge. And
I forget his name.
He reminds me of what reminds me of like a Tony Gonzalez, like Brett Selleck. They're slow runners, but they're gigantic.
Yeah,
Bowers. Yes. I watched the national championship game because I had money. Well, I didn't have money, but I had a bet on TCU. I wanted TCU to win.
He's good.
Boy, was I wrong. But Bowers, oh my God,
he's good.
Paul, tell me how tall he is.
6'5", 6'6" at least. I think
he's gotta be taller than that. He's gotta be like 6'6", 6'7". This dude should be like
probably
now
6'6".
NBA small forward. He should be a small forward right now.
Like 6'6", 250.
6'5". Wow, he looked like the safeties were going to tackle this dude, and he's just like shoveled them off like they were.
And the safeties from TCU are a lot smaller than the safeties from the SEC. So it's nothing. It's nothing for him. He's good.
Yes. And 6'5". I love a tall tight end, dude.
How's his blocking?
Big shoulder, but yeah.
Yep.
I don't care about his blocking. I don't care.
Oh, Mayer is really good. He's even better.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna have to pick to get Mayer. And with all these wide receivers coming out, they're all gonna go wide receiver before they go tight end. So we might be able to grab Bowers in the first round, and I would
There
love it.
are there are some there's good wide receivers you can find later in the draft.
Oh,
Tight
definitely,
ends you can find later. And I
and
think
running
wide
backs.
receiver would probably be second or third round. I think the first round, interior offensive line, a really good linebacker if they fall, an impact player. We'll see what they do. But but we need to be talking about this game. And I think for this Vikings game, I think getting to Kirk Cousins, Barkley needs to have a big game. I think, and just play mistake free. Just don't make the same
Yeah.
mistake. Throw him a punt blocked. Got a chance to get a pick it, catch it. If you got a chance to make a play it. Don't make it.
Well, that brings us into
Don't cost
our
yourself.
next segment. Is what do we need to do to win? Keys to winning. You already said yours. I want to say this. I back you up 110%. Playing free, not mistake free. I disagree. I believe Schultz will be back next season. I don't know if you're going to pay him $30 million a year. You're going to need to, or $20 million a year, whatever it was you wanted. You guys have 4 tight ends that can go, so I doubt you're going to bring them back. But if you do, I'm happy for you. You know why? Because it's more money you're wasting. So if I had 3 people that could go in the same position and the 4th one's asking for money, bye. It's like us having, Saquon Barkley 4 times.
Yeah.
Why would you pay Barkley if you had 4 of them sitting behind you?
Yeah.
And we could have had Jonathan Taylor too, and that would have been, oh man, imagine the 1-2 punch they would have been. But with this, the keys to the winning is letting this defense do what it needs to do. They're on a roll. They're playing very well. I want to see Dexter Lawrence explode through that gap because Christian Darrisaw has been getting all this praise for being the best left tackle, and it's bullshit because he should not have been picked over Andrew Thomas.
Yeah.
So I want him exposed. Ojolari and Thibodeau coming off that side. Send Jahad Ward in. Let them try to get to Dalvin Cook. I think if we play a 4-3, they're not going to win this. I think they got them shut down.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that Dak was.
You already paid Dak, and you have 3 younger. You're not going to pay them. Well, if you're going to
You
pay
gotta pick.
him,
You gotta pick 2 of them. 2 out of 3.
Ken Fry says if Cousins can stand and read your defense, he'll chew you up.
If he gets time, yes.
If he gets time, yeah, but he didn't get time the first time, and that
That's
was
the
with
key. Yep.
and that wasn't and the way Cordell Flott's been playing, I give him more time. Like I said, Paul Smith says Ferguson, Henderson, $4 million total. Schultz wants top 5 tight end money, not 15 to 18 million a year. Exactly. You have 2 guys that can go automatically. So why pay the third?
Yeah, I would pay 2 of them, not all 3.
And I can see him going to Jacksonville because they're not going to keep
Ingram.
Ingram. So give him to them, or sign him and get money out of him. Trade him somewhere. Get a first round pick.
Yeah, but like you were saying, the pass rush is a major key to the game. If you could get a turnover, get a sack fumble, rush Cousins, rattle him all game, and that's really what they need to do. They might be able to do it better with having Jackson and having McKinney, and they'll be having Jackson's huge because he'll cover, you know, Justin Jefferson. Defensively, I think that's the key for them. Their pass rush. If they can't get a pass rush, Justin Jefferson could have been having a huge game. And then
Yeah.
offensively, I think they just need to pretty much play the way they did before, but I would add a little more wrinkle. I don't know if I would throw as much. I might run a little more and really want to get Barkley going in this game. Don't want to
I
give
think
Minnesota the ball. I want to keep the ball,
defensively
score.
do the same thing. I would send a lot more cornerback blitzes because McKinney's fast, but he's smaller size. I'd send in Landon Collins. Ken Fry says watch for the short passing game to Cook and reemergence of Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen's not gonna do shit. He's old as fucking dirt. I'm sorry. I don't want to see him. I thought Kyle Rudolph was more of that offense than he was. It was more Kyle Rudolph and uh, Dalvin Cook over the last few years before Justin Jefferson got there. But Thielen has never been a top 10 receiver for me.
He had that one really, really, really good season.
Yeah, and after that, he really fell off. Same thing with Dalvin Cook. Stop Dalvin Cook from getting, stop him from starting up. You stop him from starting up, you're going to have to rely on Kirk Cousins.
That's
And
what
when
I
Kirk
want. That's what you
and
want.
Kirk Cousins in prime time or in important games is 5-24.
Yeah, that's not
So
very
the
good.
record goes with us.
Yeah,
It benefits us in this way. Keys to offense. Starting to run and getting the run game going so that the passing is open all game. I'd put 8 linemen out there and let Barkley run behind them.
yeah, the double tight ends, like put the two tight ends out there, put Bellinger out there, put the other tight end out there. Shit, put an extra swing tackle out there.
Yeah,
You know,
and just
tr-
and literally run them over.
I'd run them right. I'd run right at them.
Yeah,
To be honest, that's
don't
what I
hide
run
it.
right at them.
Don't hide it. Don't run. Don't run and hide. Run through them. And then when they start, putting 8 in the box, guess what? Come out. Come out in a shotgun set. Make them put mismatch out there. Make them try to cover Bellinger with a defensive end.
Still
You
fumble
know,
Bellinger.
he's going to be a secret weapon for this. Ken Fry says now it's time when the old guys get you.
Maybe, but Thielen's not who I'm
Maybe.
worried about. I don't think he's going to make or break the Vikings. I think it's about how Kirk Cousins plays. It's also about if they can be balanced on offense because that's what I want. I want they're kind of one dimensional. If you could stop their run and make them throw and throw, and you're getting pressure, that's the key to victory for the Giants.
Out
That's
of Box
really the
Sports,
key.
Out of Box Sports Network, we do want to say this. The 200 episode is coming up. If you liked our Christmas episode, it's going to be similar to that. Us messing around, playing around for our 200 episode. We will be getting you back to you on that. We were so close, Dan, to being the 200 episode. So close.
Yeah, I
I
know,
think
right?
we're 198, I believe.
It's
So
close.
we were close to being the 200 episode. I'm a little disappointed we fell short. But with this, man, I gotta agree. We just gotta. The key is stopping Kirk Cousins, getting him uncomfortable. That's what Dallas did. That's what the Eagles did. Every one of his losses, he did not look comfortable. So I wanted to know what more did I have to do, or what more did they have to do to, fully stop him? And that's what I want to know. And to put him on the ground, does that help at all? The Eagles' numbers are this season are comparable to Slayton.
I'd say
Yeah, but he's
so.
the number 2. Slayton's been thrown there as a number 1, and with a hurt offensive line, and he's the only one. The difference, he's behind Justin Jefferson and being number 2. So I wouldn't, yeah, him being a number 2, yeah. But look at all the teams they beat up on. Like, they've beat up on one possession teams, one possession on 11 games. Like, I'm sorry, you put Slayton on that offense, him and Justin Jefferson. Oh, God. I don't want to think about it.
I think Slade would do well because Justin Jefferson draws doubles, draws a lot of attention, and that's
Yeah.
for the Vikings. That's what they want to do. They want to get us doubling and focusing on Justin Jefferson while someone else kills us. You know what I mean? Hawkinson or something like that. Kirk Cousins, yeah, he made a hell of a catch the last time they played. I mean, they were so close to making a defensive play there. I think maybe if that's what they were so close to stopping that play, it was just a hell of a catch.
Ken, I agree with you. But the thing is, this is the first time the Giants have been fully healthy. This is the first game that Dexter Lawrence is going to play, Big Cat's going to play, Thibodeau is going to play, Aziz Ojolari, Adoree Jackson, and Xavier McKinney.
Those
They're all
those
going to play.
those six are probably they're the biggest players. They're
Exactly. And that's
huge.
right there at 6 to 7 players right there, not including Landon Collins is playing well. Surprisingly in this offense, Landon Collins is playing very well. You have Jahad Ward, which is one of my favorite acquisitions of this year. I think he's playing well. So we have people to hold on people. We just got to make sure, Yeah, I agree. You're right. Everybody's right in this. But we know what it's going to take to beat him is put him on the ground, and he will fall, guaranteed. Like he does not do well with a hand in his face, and we're going up the window.
Mm,
Yeah, James
if the
Washington for the
Giants don't
Cowboys.
make it far, yes, it's for next year.
Yeah,
If they won two playoff games, which I don't know if they're really going to do that, then maybe he would play.
I agree, and I think he'll do very well. Because we need a slot guy. We really do. I
I
don't
think it's
think.
for next year, but we'll see.
I think it's for this year. I think
It's
they. I think
possible
they. I think he'll be ready for the Eagles game
if they end up.
if they end up there. Yes, if
Yeah,
they end up there, I believe
got
he's ready for the
got to
Eagles
win
game.
first. But if Seattle wins by some miracle, then they'll play them instead of
And then we
us.
play the winner of the Cowboys and Niners. Oh, I'm sorry, the
Nope,
Cowboys and
Bucks.
Bucks, which that could be the Bucks. Tom Brady's never lost against Cowboys.
Yeah, but you win this game first, and then we could talk about something else. But I like that pickup by Washington. But for this game, I think that like we've been saying, pressure, pressure, pressure. You want Ojulari and Thibodeau meeting at the quarterback. That's what you want. And like with Ojulari on the field, they're much more dangerous going after the quarterback than with just Thibodeau.
Yeah,
So you just got to worry about Thibodeau pretty much. But Ojulari is better than Thibodeau is. He's
yeah,
stronger. His moves are
a
better.
lot more experience.
He's more explosive. He's stronger than Thibodeau. And Ojulari is the guy. I think if he could stay healthy and not aggravate his ankle and play well, I think that could be a reason they win the game. Ojulari, I think, is if he can stay
Nasty.
healthy, he's really, really nasty.
And he always gets to the best quarterbacks. He'll get to Dak. He'll get to Jalen Hurts. And he's done it. Like, be honest, he's gotten to his first game back. He got to the Rave. He had gotten to Lamar Jackson. He can get to those speedy outside guys. His arm width, he stops them. Thibodeau is a good second piece.
They
It's a very
drop
good
him in the
second piece.
secondary, though. Thibodeau does drop into coverage and does not do a bad job when he has to. He does his job. They don't ask him to cover a fast guy, but sometimes he's dropping back. But I think they need to do some twists. Like they did some blitzes where the quarterback would run inside of Thibodeau and Thibodeau would go outside. They did like a twist like that. Like I would try to confuse their offensive line. Like I said, I think the pass rush is so important to this game. And the offense just needs to be consistent and score touchdowns.
We
Play
do have a breaking news. New show coming to Out of the Box Sports, Joystick Junkies with me, Big Ev, Dan. We also have a lot more people on here. We also have a fantasy baseball bullpen. And also the debate room. Commanders fans, we have a Washington Commanders show coming up. It's time for the four teams to come in on the show. The NFC East table. Like I said,
like
if you're interested in hosting a show of your own, please contact us. We're always looking for more content on this network. We love content. If you're a genuine fan, it's all family here. Like it says there, we are all family. Trust me, dude. We have a group chat, and sports is sometimes what we talk about. So, like I said, we have four new shows. We have a fantasy baseball coming up. We have a Washington Commander show, which I'm just finding out about because I'm happy without that. Um, we were looking for a Washington fan forever, but there's very few in between since the name change. Uh, and Joystick Junkies, which is us. I'm a big video game fan. After this
yep.
show goes off, we'll be going Monday nights, most likely. And me and Dan got some special stuff for you. We're gonna stay here and BS with you for a few weeks, but we're also looking to stream and put some stuff up on YouTube. Me and Dan have talked about it. We will be doing an NCAA coach off. We take over a one star prestige team, and we have 5 years to rebuild it. And the trick is We only get to play 3 games a season. So you got to pick what 3 games you want to play.
Yep.
And the most bowl games, counts. The most national champions will count. And we will be not streaming this, but making videos for you. First will be his half, and then my half with commentary. And we're gonna be going over games for you guys that we simmed or spectated. And this is what we want to do for you guys on Out of the Box Gaming. Joystick Junkies here at Out of the Box. But I'm excited now. We're gonna have a debate show, and I like the debate show. So that would be pretty something cool. More information, stay on our page. Should be on our page in the next few days on times for those shows, debuts. So come check us out, man. We have something for everybody. If you're on this network and you're a fan of a team that we don't cover, talk to us about it. We might be able to put you on. If you're a good show, we'll do a trial with you, see how you do on the camera, and we'll see how you go. But
absolutely.
Before we get into our final predictions, we do want to give a shout out to our sponsors on this little quick video. Right now. All right. Final predictions for the game. Give it to me, Dan.
I'm going to say Giants win 30-24.
That's a good score. That is a very good score. I'm going to go similar. I'm going to say 31-20 Giants. I think it's close going into the fourth quarter. I think the Giants step up their game. They shut them down, and they go up by 2 scores. I'm going to stay in. One more time, please. We don't. All right. There we go. See? Cut it off all myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing online. So.
And Dan wasn't even part of the bet. Dan wasn't even part.
No.
Ken Fry
I
says
would have no problem
2017.
because I did that anyway, like 3 weeks ago. So.
Dan says 2017 Giants. Great. Debate show will be the debate show is different host every week. Oh wow. So we just go on there and just BS about it. Okay, I like that.
And the host, I guess, will have a debate subject.
Yeah, I'm guessing too. Paul says 28-23 Giants. See, I don't like this. Vote against us. Too many people like it.
It's going to be something like that. Something like that. No matter who wins, it's going to be something like it'll be less than a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna go double digits, and hopefully Stacy come in. She'll give us hers on the page, and she'll let us know which one it will be. But I'm Big Ev.
I'm Danny,
and it's been just 1 hour. But thank you guys for joining us. We'll be here next week, next Friday, win or lose. We'll be here and discuss.
I'm hoping it's after a win, man.
I'm hoping too.
Let's go Big Blue.
Let's go Big Blue. Let's beat Skull Nation, and let's get to them birds.
Absolutely.